Hello, my friends of grade 5. I hope you are all well and doing fine. Today, inshallah, we'll continue chapter 1, lesson 3, part 3, where we'll talk about the rest of the systems in our bodies and how they work together to keep us healthy. We'll talk about the skeletal and muscular system, the nervous system, and also the excretory system. Before we start, guys, I need you to imagine yourselves without any skeleton. Yes, can you imagine our bodies walking around without any bones in it? That's right. We will be shapeless because bones give us the structure and support, and they also give our bodies the shape we need. Do you know that adult human body has 206 bones in it? That's a lot of bones, right? Because they are very, very important. The skeletal system includes three parts: bone, cartilage, and ligaments. Again, it contains or includes three parts: bones, cartilage, and ligaments. Bones are there to protect the organs in our bodies. Later, you will see how they actually work as a protection shield for most of the vital organs in our body, the most important organs. The second part are the cartilages or cartilage. And cartilage are like cushions that protect the bones from, coming in direct contact with each other. That will cause actually pain if we had no cartilage. Because when the bones come in contact or a direct contact with each other, they will cause friction that will cause a lot of pain while movement. The last part of the skeletal system are the ligaments. And ligaments are connective tissue, if you guys remember the tissues from lesson 2. These tissues attach bones to bones. So if you look closely at this picture, you will find the ligaments right there. Can you see it? Posterior ligament in here? Yes, can you see it's connecting two bones together? It's a connective tissue, if you guys remember. We had two examples of connective tissues in lesson 2. Cartilage and, ligaments and tendons. And here, we're learning about ligaments because they attach bones to bones. So again, the skeletal system includes three structures. We have bones, protect our bodies and also support it. The cartilage, where they cushion the bones so they will not, come in contact and cause pain while movement. Ligaments that attach two bones together. And here, guys, you will find how the bones work as an armor for our vital organs. If you looked in here, you will find that our rib cage, can you see it? This rib cage, it's protecting most of the most important organs in our bodies, the vital ones, like the liver, the stomach, the heart, the lungs. Can you see? We have also the spinal cord protected by our backbone. Can you see? The spinal cord is protected by our backbone. Last but not least, the skull. It protects our brain, which is the most vital organ in our body. Controls everything, remember? So the importance of skeletal system is that it gives our body its form, protects our organs, and also works with the muscular system to cause us to move. That's what we will learn about next in the muscular system. So without our skeleton, we will not be able to sit, stand, move. Our vital organs will be at risk of injury, of course. The second system, which is really connected with the skeletal system, is the muscular system. The muscular system is the one that includes our muscles. We have three types. We have skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle. The skeletal muscle, you can see it's made up of two words, skeleton and muscle. Yes, you guessed it, skeletal comes from skeleton. Yes, that's right. Because in here we're talking about the skeleton and the muscles working together to cause the movement for our bodies. In this picture, you're seeing the muscle, the one with the red color, and of course you can see the bones and how they are attached together by another connective tissue in here that we call tendons. Can you see in the picture down there? Yes, this is the bone and the muscle. Can you see how they are attached together by a tendon? This is another connective tissue, guys. And they are connected together so they can help us move our parts, especially for the voluntary movements. What are voluntary movements? Well, they are the movements that we can control, like moving our arm, legs, our neck. Yes. So muscles and skeleton or bones work together to help us move. Can you see how the muscle relax and contract? Here it's contracting to bend your arm, and then it relaxes to unbend it. In these pictures, you can see clearly how the bones and muscles are really connected together to help us move. Can you see? Muscles cannot move without bones, and bones cannot move without muscles. That's why they are really connected. The second type of muscle are the smooth muscles. And smooth muscles are the ones that do the involuntary movement. This is a very important word, guys. Involuntary movements are the movements that we do not control. We cannot control them. And that's really amazing, because these movements include the blood vessels pushing the blood through them. It includes the digestive system pushing the food downwards, like your esophagus pushing the food down into your stomach. These movements, guys, are involuntary. We do not control them, because imagine if we are controlling them, we would actually forget to do so. So the smooth muscle, again, are those that contract to help the blood move through the blood vessels or to help the food move through the digestive system. They do involuntary movement, guys. The last part of the muscles, or the last part of the muscular system, are the cardiac muscle. And cardiac is another word for heart. It's another word for the heart. So it's the muscle building the heart. Yes, right, you guessed it right, guys. So cardiac muscle makes up the walls of the heart, and they work on pumping the blood through the body. What do you think this movement is? Is it voluntary movement or involuntary movement? Yes, that's right. It's involuntary movement. We cannot control our heart beating, right? And that's really amazing thing, because imagine if you're sleeping and you're also controlling your heartbeats. That would be risky, right? Because we would forget to make our heart pump the blood through our body. That's why God made it involuntary. The next system we're talking about is the nervous system. And the nervous system is the one that allows you to sense the environment. It's the one that includes the brain, the control system of our body, right? Yes. So it does two jobs: allows and controls. Allows you to sense the environment and controls the other organs' activities. The nervous system is made up of two parts: the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Again, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Let's learn about each. The central nervous system is the one that includes two parts of the nervous system: the brain and the spinal cord. Yes, those are the most important parts of the nervous system, actually. Yes. Brain and spinal cord controls both the voluntary and involuntary movements. So they direct all the movements. For example, if you want to move your arm, for example, it will not move unless your brain gives it the instructions to do so. The brain also controls the automatic functions like breathing. Yes, guys, that's why brain is very important, because it controls everything, right? Yes. So again, the central nervous system, you can see here the central, can referred to as the control center, for example. Yes, because it contains brain and spinal cord, and both of them control most of your body activity. The second part of the nervous system is the peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system. Again, peripheral nervous system. And this one includes your five senses, like hearing, breathing, touching, taste, smelling, and also your sensory receptors. And sensory receptors are the one responsible for you guys to detect the environment around you, to feel the heat, cold, to feel where the wind is coming from. The last part in the nervous system are the reflexes, and this is a very special movement that we do, guys. This is an involuntary action, but this time it's not controlled by the brain. It's an involuntary action that we do when we have pain. For example, if you touch something very hot, like the boy in there, poor boy, right? Yes, he touched something very hot. His hand will move away immediately after touching it. Actually, this is not the brain controlling the muscles. This is something else. The nerves, when he touched this hot thing, send the messages to the spinal cord, and then it took the action immediately. But then these messages will go again to the brain to make this boy start to feel the pain. That's why, guys, when we touch something really hot, we do not feel the pain immediately. Actually, we feel it a little bit after removing our hands. It's that because now the messages are there with the brain. So again, reflexes, guys, are involuntary actions that react or are done without telling the brain. When the messages reach the brain, now we start feeling the pain. Again, what we are talking about, guys, in here are the reflexes. They also happen when we eat something really hot. And here, guys, this is a great example of reflexes of the father saving his son from falling down. Can you see? So the brain wasn't the one controlling this movement again, it was the spinal cord. Amazing, right? Okay. Now let's move to the last system we're studying about in lesson 3, which is the excretory system. And this is the system in the body that helps us get rid of the wastes in our blood. Remember the undigested food in the digestive system being get rid of through the large intestine and anus. Remember that? Yes. But what about the digestive food that our blood took from or absorbed was absorbed from the small intestine? You learned before in the circulatory system that the blood carries both food and oxygen. That's right, the red blood cells carry oxygen and the plasma carries the nutrients. Yes. Well, the blood gives the cells oxygen and take carbon dioxide as a waste to get rid of while breathing out. What about the nutrients? Yes, that's right. Again, when the blood gives the cells the nutrients they need, it takes wastes in return. And now we need to get rid of these wastes. They are in the blood, so we need to filter the blood. And that's where your kidneys come in hand. If you looked in here, you can see our excretory system. We have 2 kidneys. These 2 kidneys are very important in filtering the blood. They filter the blood, yes, from all the wastes in it. So after the waste enter the blood, the liver turns the ammonia, which is the waste we took or the blood took from the cells as a return of the nutrients they have now. Okay, and it turns the ammonia, which is the waste, into urea. And then the blood moves through the kidneys where the blood is actually filtered from the wastes. And then the kidneys will turn these wastes into urine. And the urine will then move into the bladder. This is the bladder or urinary bladder. where all the pee actually is stored until it's full, and now it's time to pee. That's right, yes. So excretory system is the one responsible for peeing. That's right, guys. So that was it for the systems, guys. I hope you have a lot of questions to ask me about, inshallah, next session. Try to watch this video again if you have any questions or you need me to explain something more than once. You can, of course, ask me anytime. See you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.